तो स्वागत करते हैं जी एक बार फिर आप सब ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਐਨਰੀਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਮਾਰਕੀਟਿੰਗ ਐਕਸਪਰਟ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਲੈਣੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਅੱਜ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕरें ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਦੀ ਕੀ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਹੈ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਈ ਬਿਜ਼ਨੈਸਸ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਕਈ ਫੇਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਉਂ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਦੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਸ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ so Enrique, we'll start off with everybody wants to be successful in business. But what we find out is that many times the service being provided is not up to the quality, up to the standard. When something is to be sold, then of course one gets exceptional service. But many times, especially in the South Asian community, we find that once the thing is gone, it is difficult to get the kind of service what we expect. So how important is the value of services in business?
Well, it's extremely important, especially when you're maintaining a long-term relationship with a particular client. In my own experience, I have found that, for example, I take a vehicle to get repaired. The customer, the mechanic it's really intent in getting my product done, but then the after-sales service is not there.
Right.
Or you name it in any industry. It's so important. It's very extremely important for us to be able to supply that aftercare.
Right.
Because that is what's going to keep me to come back to you and see you again and spend more money and then recommend you to my friends and family.
So basically, I agree with you. It is important, but businesses know that. But despite that, they many times don't do this. So how can one inculcate that spirit of having that kind of service-oriented values which need to be incorporated?
How? The how is the interesting part. It's something that we sometimes don't think about. If it's not in our minds, we don't. It's not constant. It's training, right? You have to get your staff trained the right way. You have to enforce. It's like when you're training a baby. You have to enforce them to keep doing the same things,
right?
And to make sure that you let your staff know, or even as a manager, that the customer is number one. The customer is the reason we are there, really.
Right.
If the customer, for example, studies have shown that a customer it's easier to keep a customer than gaining a new one. It actually costs you more to get a new customer.
Right.
So you may as well just treat the customer right from the first time, from the first, the moment they walk into your door. In my business, I believe that everyone is a potential customer.
Right.
So therefore, you meet somebody on the street, you meet somebody at shopping, everybody's a potential customer. So therefore, you have to treat them with that particular respect.
Right.
You just never know.
So basically, like what you have said, it is that treat every customer as if it's going to be a repeat business instead of looking for new customers, because that will take more effort, more energy, and maybe more resources also.
That's correct.
Okay, so now when we talk about small businesses as such, and you deal, you have a marketing company. So what suggestions do you give to people so that they can be successful in this particular field?
So what we do a consulting basis. So we can go to a particular business and we look at the business, how it's executed, how it's run.
Right.
For example, if I walk into a business and it's not well kept, it's messy. To me, I don't want to do business in there, because if they're not willing to upkeep that, how are they going to treat me and the product that I'm going to buy or purchase, or the service?
Right.
So therefore, if every little thing makes a difference. So how we help is that in a consulting basis is that we let the client know, okay, listen, this is what needs to be implemented, this needs to be changed, this will be improved. You're doing great here, but let's expand that and make that better. And this is the only way to actually grow and be successful in your area. Because if you're always trying to get new clients, then you're in a treadmill. You're not getting anywhere. And that's just it. As we just mentioned earlier,
right.
It is more costly, more resourceful to get a new client than to keep your existing one.
So retaining the old customers is the secret to success, you can say.
That is correct. Yeah.
And also what we find out in the market is there's a lot of competition today. If you're not able to provide good service, then the customer might go to some other place also. Why he or she should stick to you? You ought to have that kind of something to give back to them so that they come back to you repeatedly.
Yes, that is true. With ever increasing competition, these are the key things that people say in the marketplaces. We have the best customer service, we have the best price, we have the best this, we have the best that. But what happens is sometimes it's not all about price. Sometimes, I have a certain price point for our products, and they say, well, it's too expensive. Well, people are buying Ferraris every day. People are buying $1 million homes every day. If you see the value in something, you're gonna find the money.
Right.
If it's the right product, even if it's free, sometimes you don't even want that free product because you don't trust it. You might think there's something wrong with it. Why is it cheap, or why is it inexpensive? But there's a large share of the population that want value.
Right.
Value and cheap is two different things.
Absolutely. Right. That's an important thing you have said. Value and cheap is two separate things, but many times we kind of mix it up with each other. So to add value to your business, what other things should be there?
It depends on which industry you're in. But in my industry, for example, in the sales and marketing and consulting, what we do is we try to address issues even before they appear, they show up. There's many things. For example, let's say I'm a cook. I'm an expert in cooking. I'm the best chef in the market, but I might not be the best tax or accountant or marketing person. So what you have to do is that you have to be able to offer the customer the solutions and find those solutions and foresee the solutions or to avoid any issues later on for that particular client.
Right.
Because when you do that, you're actually saving the client a little bit more, and not only in time but in money.
Right.
So a lot of times people will not, they'll skip hiring a consultant,
Right.
because they think that they're going to save money by just doing it themselves. In fact, by hiring a consultant, you save money because you're not trying by error. You're wasting time.
You already have a fixed system which you can follow.
Exactly.
So basically, again, as we sum it up, it's basically if you have to succeed in business, you ought to have better services, you ought to retain your customers, and you need to have some guide or some coach who can guide you through this process. Whether it's a small business or a medium or a big business, you need some kind of inspiration and some kind of guidance so that you can be successful.
That's correct.
It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. ਸੋ ਐਨਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਏ। ਆਮ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹੀ ਕੰਪਲੇਂਟਸ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਮਾਨ ਲੈਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਤਦ ਤਾਂ ਬੜੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਪੁੱਛਗਿੱਛ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਬਾਅਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੇਕਰ ਕੋਈ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਜਾਣਾ ਪੈ ਜਾਏ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਸੇ ਕੰਮ ਲਈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਣਗੌਲਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜੇਕਰ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੋਣਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਫਟਰ ਸੇਲ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਕਰੋ, ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਿਟੇਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਣ ਓਲਡ ਕਸਟਮਰਸ। दूसरी गल इन्होंने कही कि ज़रूर एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस ले लेनी चाहिए क्योंकि बिजनेस करना अज के इस युग में सौखा नहीं है। कंपीटिशन बहुत ज़्यादा है तो कस्टमर लॉयल तद ही होएगा जेकर तुसी वैल्यू उसनू दे रहे हो। सो उस वैल्यू नू क्रिएट करने वास्ते तुहानू पता होना चाहिए है कि किहड़े रिसोर्सिज अवेलेबल ने, की कुछ करने की लोड़ है, तो वो हर एक कोई व्यक्ति नहीं कर सकता। वो सिर्फ एक्सपर्ट गाइडेंस जी है वही तुहानू दे के तुहानू बेनिफिट मिल सकता है।